Hey everyone, it's Jebro. We have the Scrapper. Engineer's Elite Specialization. Yes! I'm punching my hand in a way where I'm celebrating because this is a good thing, obviously. We have waited a long time. We were the first, we saw the first specialization in the Heart of Thorns release trailer. If you remember, there's the guy the Norn wielding that hammer, and you kind of had these little bots that were flying around, and there was all kinds of rumours like flying around, like we're going to have mobile flying turrets, and people were crying about that, and then there was other stuff, and I was just thinking, oh god, here we go. Just wait until we get more info before starting to cry, and then we can cry together if it's something we aren't too interested in. But I don't think that's the case. I think we will be very, very interested indeed. And already you can see he's wielding the hammer. Looks like an electrical kind of mechanical hammer. Probably is a large wrench or spanner if you're from the UK. And then you got the little bot next to him. Looks like he's doing some kind of projectile or slashing motion. I haven't read through the blog post as of yet, and I will be reading through it right now with you because I haven't got time to actually just go through and put tons of little bits and pieces in because I'm actually pretty damn busy. I just got back from Germany and Seattle, and I'm also working tonight as well as casting and doing loads of other stuff at the moment as well. So you have to forgive me. I'm going to do a more in-depth video, but I'm going to go through the blog post and we can just talk about what exactly we do have here. So meet the Scrapper, the Engineer's Elite Specialization. So I'm pretty much going to read through it, so if you don't like reading, it's actually probably quite good for you. So hail allies and welcome. Today I'd like to speak to you about the new Engineer Elite Specialization coming with GW2 Heart of Thorns, the Scrapper. Personally, I really like this name, actually, because Scrapper in the UK as well, if you're a Scrapper, you're a little bit of a fighter. You're a little bit of, your combat range is very close, like a hammer would be. That's not to say that you can't have ranged abilities, of course, like the Revenant. But, if you're a scrapper, you really get in there and, give a few punches here and there. So it's a very, pretty much an English phrase, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure anywhere else uses scrapper. So people are not thinking about it in that term. They're literally just thinking about the scrapper as he just goes into a scrapyard and scraps things. Whatever. Anyway, that's why I really like it. I thought about it in that term as well as, literally, putting loads of scraps together and, being this inventor kind of engineer guy, another name for it, which I personally really like the name, actually. And I'm not really sure why people are not enjoying it, but that's personal opinion. Okay, so this mechanical master brings damage and disruption to the profession through a variety of ingenious inventions and electrifying abilities. So it makes sense, in the inventor and whatnot, like it says, is bringing together these bots that are going to help you in combat or do whatever, really. I mean, I've read a little bit here and there, but we're going to talk about this as we go on, so I'll shut up. A noble engineer has always been a jack of all trades. This is why this class is perfect for me, because that's what I always say that I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, because I'm a therapist, a shoutcaster, an AV technician, a cameraman, a sound engineer, a lighting engineer, an editor, a streamer, a content creator. God, Jesus, so many things. This is me. This class is me, which is why I love playing it. So scrappers are in their elements in the thick of fighting, which kind of what I said, surviving by anticipation and sheer fortitude. That survivability comes from several places, including traits, new tool belt skills, utilities, and their new weapon. Yeah, hammer time, baby. I'm so excited about using a hammer. I am getting Juggernaut just for this reason. And if anyone has a spare one rolling about, you can send that to me. I will joyfully take that off your hands. This hammer hefting force brings fresh energy to the battlefield. A few of the scrappers' shining new skills include, and in the video, in the trailer, which I'll play now as well, this is probably what this ability is. So rocket charge, dash forward with a rocket charged hammer to damage enemies. So with this skill, you're bound three times. You're bound 3 times to your target. Maybe bind. Bound. When we say bound, it means like a leaping. Oh my god, never really. I can't read apparently. Allowing you to rapidly enter the thick of battle. Okay, maybe some of the English here needs a bit of looking at. This leap finisher will accumulate the effects of any combo field you pass through for an even more devastating arrival. So probably leap finisher, I would gather. So, you'll get things like fire auras and whatnot as well, which will be very, very useful actually, especially if you can put down like a frost field to gain yourself some frost aura, which actually, that kind of taking less damage is going to be very, 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 very nice indeed. So shock shield, magnetize your hammer, blocking attacks while striking foes in front of you. Nice. This is one of the skills that will allow you to stay in close combat by anticipating when your enemies are about to strike and nullifying their attacks. While blocking attacks, you inflict heavy vulnerability on foes, oh nice, in front of you to tenderize them for your next move. I like that that use of the language there, the tenderize. So literally, you're inflicting vulnerability, which is pretty good, as well as, dodging those attacks. So that's pretty cool. Well, I'm liking dodging, blocking, there's a difference. So not only it's very defensive, but it really, really does set up for your next combo. So, I think the hammer's going to be nice, and there's going to be a nice amount of combos you can bring out here. Especially as we go down to the next one, which is awesome. Thunderclap. Ionize an area, bringing down the power of lightning to stun and damage enemies over its duration. Raising your hammer, you call down lightning to stun your foes and leave a pulsing lightning field, boom, at the point of impact. This can be used as an interrupt and set up for both damage and dazing. It's like static field, I guess, to a degree. So, you can use that thunderclap, put down the lightning field, jump through that. You can also get some swiftness as well with the blasts and whatnot. So, we've got a nice lightning field. Engineer gets a lightning field finally, which is very, very awesome indeed. So good combos I'm feeling are going to come out with this hammer. Good on-point pressure, as well as also some gap closing with that rocket charge, as well as some nice survivability coming out with that shock shield. So, let's go on to the next section here. Time-saving tech, function gyro. Advancing Tyrian technology has freed our time to do other things. The Scrapper extends this principle to the battlefield. The new class mechanic changes the way you approach, or do not approach, allies and enemies during critical times. Becoming a Scrapper changes your interaction prompt. Okay. Wow. Usually done with the F key to summon a multi-purpose function gyro to rally a targeted downed ally or finish a targeted down foe at range. What? Oh my good lord. So this looks like you can basically just run away. I guess you click on your person that's down and you just, use your bot to kill them, or you use your bot into res, or, that makes sense. I mean, that's what you do. You changes your F key to your personal, from your personal to that of your actual bot. So you're then using that bot while you're trying to do damage. So elsewhere, you can put pressure down to down this person. So you can use the bot to down the opponent. So if you're in World v World or PvP or PvE, where you have those kind of PvE mobs to actually take out, and then you can focus on your damage and your cleave and stuff. So that's how epic is that? I mean, there is nothing that's doing this in the game. This is so unique for this class. It's going to be so good. Okay, so this allows you to keep the battle going and, like I said, lock down a foe while your gyro set gets your ally back into the fight or ends that pesky enemy before their friends can aid them. You'll also be able to trait the function gyro so that it deploys with stability, further improving its odds of success. Oh my god. So this literally, this is a res bot. We've been talking about like mobs being res bots, but this is an actual res bot. Oh my god, this is going to be so nice. I can see like a really healy, supporty engineer build being made, which hopefully I will create as soon as it comes out, or in beta even, if there's another beta before it comes out. I would expect there to be one more free beta weekends as well before launch of Guild Wars 2. But yeah, this is just going to be epic. Oh my god, I'm so F-bombing excited. trying to think of a word, different phrase, and then it lost my excitement, maybe levels there. Anyway, let's keep going. So meet the miniature mechs. So having beaten and welded new creations into existence, Scrapper, at the workshop, the Scrapper can equip a new selection of utilities gyros. So these tiny machines have been crafted and with specialized purposes. Each gyro model has a limited amount of fuel before it detonates or is destroyed in a hail of dazing sparks. If traded, they'll explode in a larger area while stunning foes. Here's a sample of their abilities. So Purge Gyro. So these are going to be the utilities, of course, on the right hand side. Deploy a Purge Gyro to remove conditions from nearby allies. Nice. This little fella will follow you around, cleansing you or zipping to allies with conditions on them for purging every few seconds. This invention helps cover the engineer's weakness to conditions, giving the Scrapper a window to either focus on the offensive and enable a swift escape, or both. So like you said, I mean, one of the problems with the engineer was condition removal. We've got elixirs, which helps, alchemical tinctures, and now we've got this as well. So it feels like the alchemy line might be something which goes quite well with the gyros as well for a lot of condition removal. If conditions become even more of a thing in Heart of Thorns, we're going to have chill coming out with the Necromancer Elite spec, and we're going to have still lots of burning coming out from this, as well as some more conditions. More condition builds are coming out in PvP, especially at the moment. Mesmer is a small example of that. So let's carry on. The tool belt skill, so that's the skill bar above your left-hand side weapon skills, is a chemical field to generate a noxious cloud of concentrated chemicals. The Purge Gyro's cartridges of cleansing chemicals are incredibly toxic if not diluted. By shattering one at their location, the Scrapper creates a pulsing field of poison to damage foes and use for combo finishes. So if you think about this, then you not only can you can put down, so you've got downed opponent, for example, you put down the poison field, run away, get your bot to down him, and you've got a cleave down there for anyone that does come in for a possible res. So that's again another good kind of combination, and obviously blast field for the combo finisher as well. Then we've got the sneak gyro. So deploy a sneak gyro to provide stealth to nearby allies. Wow, okay, the Scrapper's elite utility provides a pulsing cloak field around it, veiling you and your allies from enemies. The gyro itself remains visible. Okay, so that's good. You need to have a counter to that stealth, because otherwise you're going to be perma-invisible, and you're never going to be able to be seen, and that's going to be OP as hell in things like World v World and PvP, because otherwise it's like a moving shadow refuge. Which is permanent, so that's pretty crazy. Obviously you can break it if you do damage and whatnot, so it's important the bot's there and you can actually see it. So yeah, that's pretty sick. I really like that. They thought about the opposite effect of that as well, being too overpowered, so that's good. Sneak gyro toolbelt skill, so direction pulse, remove stealth from enemies in a large area. Crap, that's pretty damn awesome as well. Like trying to find out where those thieves are, that could be a good backpoint holder if an engineer just runs around, gets the. I wonder what the range is of that. If it's 1,200, that would be interesting. You could really position them in a place on the map as a radar to try and pick up the thief's movements on PvP. Oh my god. That would be so epic. Imagine like World v World rushes, like using the Veil from Mesmer and other stealth moves. Imagine how many, you could have a couple of engineers in there and you could really uncover them. Like GVGs and stuff, they could be so flipping useful. Oh my god. You guys have got to give me opinions on that, because that's just epic. On a short recharge, this tool belt skill helps ensure that you are the one getting the drop on foes and not vice versa. There we go. Let's have a quick look at this screenshot. Pretty nice. That looks like the lightning field, I guess. Start of. Pretty sexy. Loving it. Oh my god. This is going to be so damn epic. And this Nusra, of course. Epic. Okay, Specialist Supremacy. So we've mentioned what a few traits will do through this reveal, but to give you a little more information, the specialization traits were built to emphasize three overarching goals: sustainable survivability, like I said before, concentrated lockdown, and mobile stability. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. This is going to be fun in PvP. Now, I'm not saying that also you have to run a ton of bots, But you could just run, 2 bots, like a stealth bot and the condition removal bot, and then use your standard other things like a stun breaker like slick shoes, for example, and then like a bomb kit or a nade kit or whatever else you want to run as well. So you can then utilize the fact that he's a scrapper, so it gets really close into the fights, which means bomb kit's going to be more viable again. You've got an extra field on the point as well, so you can stun them, then drop things like your bombs. So I really think there's going to be quite a tanky, possible supporty bomb build that could come out of this, especially if you think about the dodge with the blast finisher coming out from the engineer, which you can trait. Evasive powder kit becomes a blast finisher. We've got some nice combos in this build already, possibly. I might be working on something like that. Anyway, I have to wait and see. But it is looking pretty nice. The mobile stability is talking about as well, coming from the bots that is somewhere in the traits it mentioned above. So I'll leave you with a few traits until the upcoming Points of Interest live stream, which is going to be on the 18th of September. If you're watching this afterwards, then I will be on the way to making a video about this in more depth, and it's going to be a long video. So I'm on the trait function gyro, so gain access to the function gyro, which can be used to finish or a foe or revive an ally at range. So I want to know what that range is. We talked about that earlier. That's flipping awesome. Wow, almost. Minor decisive renown, so successfully reviving an ally or finishing a foe grants boons to nearby allies. That's pretty sweet. I wonder what those boons are. So that increases your sustainability and survivability. Pardon me. So, Impact Savant, the duration of outgoing stuns is increased, and the duration of stuns applied to you is decreased. Ooh, nice. Okay. So this is going to be nice for that hammer ability, of course, as well. Not sure that was going to be like a... Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty good. Still like it. Shocking speed. Using a leap or blast finisher in the lightning field. Apply super speed around you. Wow, okay. So that extra speed boost, which really can just completely be useful, for the support of your team for, say, those slower classes like the Guardian, like the Burn Guardian, for example. Or if you really want to get to places quickly, I mean, let's think about it. Use the leap or blast finisher in a lightning field. So you can gain swiftness, you can gain that super speed. And you can really, really help your teammates in their mobility. And it also means for the engineer, depending on how much access you've got to this and how much super speed you can get, you don't necessarily need to run things like mecha legs. You don't for the extra 25% passive movement speed, and you don't need to run something like streamline kits as well, because you can get quite a lot of access to super speed, which is pretty damn sexy, actually. Jesus. Okay. Recovery matrix. So using a healing skill temporarily reduces damage you receive. What? Okay. Healing turret just got a buff. That's pretty nice. Stabilization core. When a function gyro is activated, you're in the function gyro gains stability. So, using that for confirmed downs along with like an elixir S as well in your utilities is going to be super sweet. Rapid regeneration. Sorry, I've been in America, so super is in my vocabulary now, apparently. Rapid regeneration. Rapidly recovers health while affected by swiftness or super speed. What? What the flip? Jesus. Okay, so you've got... Okay, so you can charge through the lightning field with your ability that we mentioned above. Let's just double check what that was called, because I've just forgotten. The rocket charge, which means you get super speed. So when you get super speed, you gain health. Yes, and swiftness. So you could even you can even stack this. So when you've got that lightning field, you got to make sure you blast it, and also charge through it, because you're going to get so many boons to help you to gain health. You're going to be so tanky. This is going to be so sustainable. It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be tough to kill actually as well. I mean, of course, because of that reason, it does put them in a place with the hammer where they're going to be up close and personal. So they're probably going to be taking a lot more damage anyway, which means they need to have some kind of healing and tanking support for themselves and sustainability. So that's pretty good. Need to find out those numbers though. Mass momentum, gain power based upon your toughness while you're affected by stability, gain stacking might. So That's the thing. Expert examination. It's kind of like the flamethrower trait, I guess, to agree. Expert examination. Stunning or dazing a foe. Applies vulnerability and weakness to them. You know, again, with the hammer. And also, you know, with the combo of exploding your gyros. So if you explode your gyros, you stun enemies, and the extra vulnerability you come out from that as well. Expert examination, which we just talked about. Adaptive armor, so again, stacking toughness when struck, reducing incoming damage from conditions. That's pretty nice. So if you don't go for the condition removal bot, you can go for that trait. Final salvo. So gyros create a lightning field that grants super speed upon being destroyed. Okay. So that's going to go well with the healing. Reduces recharge of gyro skills. So that's again another great thing. So if your gyros do get destroyed and it decreases your survivability, they get stunned, which means you can get away actually pretty damn well. Perfectly weighted hammer skills deal increased damage, evading an attack grants stability. So that, I guess, rocket charge doesn't say that you avoid damage. We'll have to wait and see to see what happens with the hammer. There is block, of course, which we talked about before. And then, yeah, this is pretty good. Wow, okay, so perfectly weighted, which is what I just talked about, the extra stability, and also the final bit of the post. There is some strong synergy potential and stacking combinations, which I said, between a few of these traits, but each trait also stands on its own. We're looking forward to further discussing the new Scrapper specialization on our live stream this Friday, which is the 18th, as I said. And when it's been released, I will also do another video talking heavily about the engineer. But what we can say is we are very excited. This is one of the things I'm very excited. So changes your interaction prompt, usually done with the F key, to summon a multi-purpose function gyro to rally a targeted downed ally or finish a target. Now, with that said, that is insinuating that you don't have to have any bots up. You can just be in Scrapper line to get this bot. So you don't even need to run bots to have this. This is big. This is a big thing. I mean, depending on how much HP the bot's got, I mean, you know, this is going to be pretty. This is just going to be an epic specialization. I hope this video was useful for you in what I was talking about. There's loads of other things I can think about, even now, running through my head, but I want to save it for another video. But basically, guys, it's looking pretty sweet. I can't wait for you to watch the specialization stream. I can't wait to watch it myself. But yeah, you should definitely watch it. Might be some interesting stuff happening later as well. You never know. Also, I will be streaming as well afterwards, so you should definitely come check it out, and I'll definitely be talking about it, probably going through the POI as well, just picking out bits and pieces that I'm enjoying. But otherwise, guys, tell me what you're excited about the engineer specialization. I'll see you very soon. Take care.